what you're seeing, you know? And
Right.
it's one of those things where, you know, knowing it the inside and seeing it in person is a completely different experience. It's a completely different experience. But explaining it in ways, people often see, oh, a train show, I don't know what that is. And then you see it and you're just blown away. Blown away. From the architectural details, the artistry about it is what blows me away. And the trains, and kids love it. Got yelled at. They're calling a train Thomas. And a 4-year-old told me that was Percy. I learned my lesson. But it's fantastic just to see everything that gets done. And it is set design to me. It's done in a way that's, it's transported. You feel like you're in the middle of this little wonderland, this New York wonderland, and it's just
it's very, very true.
fantastic.
It's really well expressed. So, and you said it took actually less than almost about 2 weeks, actually less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks to put this entire thing together. Less than 2 weeks to put the entire thing together, and that it was a completely collaborative effort, that it was from everybody on the New York Botanical Garden staff, Applied Imagination staff, and everybody just put so much time and energy and effort into the show to make it as wonderful as it is, with 3,000 extra square feet, which is just insane. The finale over there in the Palm Dome, which is just exquisite. I love that. It's so new, it's so different, you know, and it's refreshing. It's nice to see something new and different. It's just fantastic.
It is.
Yeah.
And you know, but every year that I've come here, I think that there's been, you know, something better. There's been additions. There's like, now you have the Billy Collins. And I was looking, you had the concert series before.
We did a little bit last year, and we're going to have 2 this year, and then we're going to do more concert music stuff further in the year throughout next year, because it's also we're going to be celebrating our 125th anniversary, which we're very excited about and have lots in store on that front. But yes, even if we can't do a new building per se, like we've been able to add different organizations of the buildings, different ways of viewing it. So for those of you who've come every year, you know, it's a holiday tradition, you still get to see it in a new light, so it doesn't become stale. And I think that's one of the things that's so nice, is that every single year, even let's say it is the same buildings, which this year we do have some additions, but it's just a great way to kind of experience. Every year you kind of turn around, you're like, I never saw that building. I've come here every year for 15 years and I've never seen this building. You get to see it in a new way, which is just great for those who it's their first time too. It's amazing to watch it through somebody's first time and their first experience, and seeing it and just being like, this is more than I expected. I've never heard somebody say, I expected more and was disappointed. And that, as a museum, it's just, I mean, that's like the best praise you can get.
It's true. It's true. What I love about the Botanical Garden is, as you said, it's a museum. Okay, it's a phenomenal quote. It's more than a garden. It's a conservatory of life.
Yes. And
you come here and you're uplifted. There's just no way you cannot be. I think.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And all throughout the seasons.
Yes.
That's what's amazing to me. People always ask and say, "Oh, are you open during, you know, the winter?" I'm like, that's our busiest time of year. Which is just, and it's fantastic. In New York, when it's cold and it's dreary, and you come in here and it's just, you know, it really takes you someplace else.
It's vibrant, and it's alive, and it reminds you that spring is coming, you know?
Yes.
Now, tell me how many people you had for Frida. You said it was your largest exhibit
It was
ever?
record-breaking. We had over 500,000 people come throughout the time of Frida, which opened in May and went and closed just 2 weeks ago or so, a little over 2 weeks ago, November 1st. And so that was just, I mean, unbelievable for us. It was such an honor to have so many people so touched by the Frida Kahlo exhibition and really engaged with the way that we presented it, because it was different. It wasn't your traditional kind of, here's the Frida Kahlo art, her life was tumultuous. There was new academia, there was new scholarship that was done by Joanna Gork and Karen Dobman that put it in a different light from an art historical perspective, and also just as a general visitor. You got to experience Frida in a different way and experience her connection with nature and plants and how that influenced her art, which
I may have been examined, but like you said, esoterically, not you know, in a way that was engaging to the public. I think
iconography is so important, and so important in art, and so important in somebody's art like Frida Kahlo, who was kind of the surrealistic practice, and you know, looking for these icons and these ways of kind of transposing what was the tumultuous life around them of the time period. And for her to find more to the nature and more to the plants, because she lived with it, she evolved, like it was all around her, was just, I think the exhibition that we did here was truly fantastic in that sense. And it was truly a humanities exhibition where we had the poetry, we had dance, we had performances, we had the art, we had the garden, we had the culture. I was so happy to see such engagement with Mexican culture. You know, not just Hispanic.
Mexican culture.
Really showing,
oh, that was great.
So rich. So rich, and you don't get to see it so much in New York.
And it's also, I think it was uplifting to the Mexican culture. It was what they needed. It was an infusion apart from all of the bad PR that has been coming out. And when, you know, the like Sicario and Cartel Land and some of that. So I mean, so that was wonderful. I thought it was, you need to have a balance of both, and it was too much the other way. Now, with this show, how many do you expect?
We normally
Karen told me 300,000.
Yes. We normally get around anywhere from, you know, 225, 250 or so. Some years it goes up, some years it's down. It always depends. You know, Mother Nature likes to play with our, you know, attendance. But we're hoping this year to reach about 300,000.
I think you may have more because it's a different show. It's a little bit of old. It's a lot new. You have more events going on interspersed. So I think that's going to draw people.
Well, and what we hope to do, well, the biggest thing that we really hope to do is to get those people who might have come before and might not have had the best visitor experience to come back. Because that's really what this is for. And this is something we acknowledge. We heard everybody's, you know, comments. We listened to what people said. And we've really tried to find a way to make it better and a better experience. So if it's your first time, it's all new and amazing and engaging. If you come every year, it's new, it's different, it's fun. You get to see these different ways of doing things, especially the finale. And if you've come before and kind of, you know, said, okay, well, that's it, I don't need to come back, you know, it's not for me, or it wasn't, you know, whatever it might have been, we want you to come back. We want you to try it again, come back, see it again, experience the new ways, experience 3,000 extra square feet, the gingerbread cafe, the finale, the way things are set up. We want you to come back. So we're hoping that those extra visitors are the ones that have come before and maybe haven't come in a few years, as well as everybody else. You know, new times and repeat, and that's, we're hoping that people will come back.
I think they will.
Enjoy it.
I think